So the other day, I rented a movie via Redbox, and what a sad day. I'm kind of glad I rented it, and only rented it. And can I give the ceremonial microphone attack? What would that be? Oh no. Right. So yeah. We rented a movie. And what's the name of that movie?
Mott Immigrant Against the Continent.
Right. And if you don't know that spoof, what the spoof is, the name is a spoof of, just look at the title and it'll say. So yeah, I'm going to explain the Scott Pilgrim vs. the World movie. And again, I'm glad I only rented it. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. I was told it was a good movie. I didn't know what it was about. All I knew is nothing. I didn't know anything except what people had told me, which is, it's a good movie, guys. You should watch it. So, out of curiosity, I rented it. Just for giggles. You know, maybe it is good, you know? Even though I knew it was a semi-new release, and a lot of new movies these days are really...
they're crap.
Yeah, crap. So, they're worse than crap. But,
that just happens to apply to this movie.
Anyway, so I rented it, and, no, I watched it. And I understood why they would say it's a good movie. So, basically, the story is about some dude, who, I don't know, his name is Scott Pilgrim, and he's, I don't know, in a band or something, and he's like 22 years old, and he has like a 17-year-old girlfriend, and he keeps being beaten down by that for some weird reason. I don't know, but he keeps saying, "I gotta have a girlfriend, guys." You know, sounds like a certain chipmunk, you know. But anyway, that's not important right now. What is important is this. Okay, so anyway, the movie goes on and on. The beginning is really confusing. First of all, it's full of video game references, and it has nothing to do with video games whatsoever. Like, not even a little. It just has a bunch of video game sound effects. It even uses the legend. It uses music from Legend of Zelda at one part. I mean, come on, man. It uses all these different kinds of old video game sound effects that I don't even know why they're placed in there. Also, the comic book style like quotes whenever someone like goes, like just goes. There's like a quote there that literally spells out.
Oh, then every time he's playing his Rickenbacker, which I feel very sorry for.
It goes dee 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 dee. Okay, but we'll get to that later. And so anyway, what means to him most is getting a girlfriend, and I guess he's really desperate because he has to date a high school girl. And so, and she's Chinese or Asian or whatever, and a certain person I know doesn't like Asian people, so that's not good. But anyway, first of all, this guy is more like a he/she. I mean, he sounds like this, and he wants a girlfriend, man, you know, and he's like, come on, man. And he's supposed to be in a rock band which, by the way, that rock band sucks the biggest goat balls of all time. Seriously, their music is just like all of today's modern music. It's stale, crap,
Puke.
senseless, lifeless, feelingless. It's just bleh. It's randomly put together chords. And what up with the guitarist playing an acoustic guitar using an effects pedal through an amp like it's some electric guitar? What the heck is wrong with that? Is anyone else seeing a problem? I am, because no one in their right mind uses an acoustic guitar to distort. Okay, that's not what it's used for. Okay, if you want to know what an acoustic guitar is used for, look up the beginning like the opening to Fight Fire with Fire, or To Live Is To Die, or
Great song, by the way.
or I don't know, Mama Said. I don't care. Just don't. I mean, seriously, that's how you use an acoustic guitar. Not the way he did, but anyway. And the drummer, I think, should kill herself. But anyway, so yeah, so this Heishi guy, he's like going around with his girlfriend a lot.
Wait, and before
oh yeah, and
before I forget to say this, this he/she looks and acts more and sounds more gay than his roommate.
who is the only cool character in the whole movie,
Despite the fact he's gay.
I don't care if he's.
Well, I know, but it's like sometimes there are weird moments because of that.
Well, I know, but he's the only cool guy. He doesn't care. He's like, yeah, do that and this and whack her in the head or I don't know. He's just the only cool guy there because he's usually drunk most of the time. And that's the only comic relief I get from all the senseless stuff. So anyway, yeah. So and then this Scott Pilgrim happens to be the bassist, a very crappy one, and apparently he uses one of the most expensive brands of most expensive brands of guitar, Rickenbacker.
Yeah, he uses a Rickenbacker 4003 Fire Glow guitar.
How can he afford that? He's jobless. He's got no money. He lives in a 1-room or 2-room or 3-room shack.
He got a bathroom as a room.
Yeah, and he has a Rickenbacker. I mean, and he doesn't even know how to play very well. You know, if you're gonna play with a pick, be like Jason Newsted or something. I mean, seriously, be actually talented, not one of those crap guys who just go do like do 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 do.
I could do that unconscious.
I can do that in my sleep, and I don't even play bass, but I can, and I don't even need to use a pick. I can do with my fingers. But anyway, so yeah.
I could do that with my pinky.
Back to the storyline. So he's dating this girl, and he's being like beat up about it because she's really young, apparently. She's like 17 or something. So he's like, you know, it's like, you know, whatever. They're more like friends, really. But anyway, and then, you know, he sees this other girl, and he's like, he has dreams about her and all that stuff, and that's when the Zelda music kicks in, which is really stupid because I hate that, because it's giving Zelda and Mario to an extent, because Mario uses that music too in Super Mario Bros. 3, but if you're a big video game person, you already know that. But anyway, let me catch my breath here. So, you know, he's like, oh, I gotta, or she works for eBay or Amazon. Amazon. Either Amazon or eBay, and she's like a delivery person. So he's like, oh, I gotta order something because he really likes this girl or something. Why do you want to ask a girlfriend?
And he doesn't even have any money to pay for it, so who knows how he paid for it?
He probably, I don't know. So he like had a dream that she came to its. And then this is where the movie loses me, right? Because now it's like she's just walking through a dream cloud or something, opens a door, and he wakes up and he opens the door and she's right there. And that is his door. I don't understand that. Hey, please, someone explain to me what happened, because I don't understand that. He had a dream and she was there or something? Because it was really strange to me. But anyway, also, so then, he asks her out, even though he has a girlfriend already. And so he does. And, they're walking down, and then they start talking and all that stuff. And they go through some door in the middle of some black abyss or something. I don't know. And I blacked out of that. I think I went over to make myself a hot dog or something because I got bored after that. And then afterwards I came back and I don't remember anything immediately past that. Except he kept being pounded on because he likes this older girl now, but he has to dump this other girl. Well, I forgot her name. The Chinese one. That's really young. So, he takes like 5 hours just to do that. And then afterwards, she's like, and then she says like, I'm gonna dye my hair blue like her, and then I'm gonna make him jealous, and then okay. Seriously?
Plot twist.
Oh, and then the plot twist. Ready? Ready for this? He has to defeat her 7 exes, evil exes, or whatever.
How about friendly A's?
Okay. The first... I don't even know what to say. Okay.
I know what to say about an evil ex. Why?
Okay, look at this. I mean, how can such a she know martial arts like that in an instant as soon as trouble, air quotes, trouble shows up? And then when the guy blows up, coins come out, and that's, I'm guessing, like, I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm guessing that's like
blood money?
A video game reference, maybe? Sonic the Fighters, maybe? Because when you punch them, rings come out? I don't know. I'm just thinking, what the heck is going on here? Because this guy like flying in the air, and I'm thinking, oh, this must be like, like an ultra reality thing. But it does happen in reality, and it's so weird because it defies everything in reality. And then, after that, you just sort of like, she's like, you gotta defeat my 7 evil axis or whatever. And I'm like, and he's like, if you wanna keep me, that's what you have to do. And what's really annoying, what is really annoying about this movie and what that Scott Pilgrim guy does is he's at a rehearsal with his band, and that girlfriend of his comes in through the door. He takes off his, right when they start, he takes off his bass, gives it to the other guy, and leaves at the beginning of a rehearsal. Seriously, it's the law is banned before goof. It's easy to understand that you must put a potential career over a relationship that probably won't last 2 weeks. Seriously, at this point in the movie, I finally figure out that this is just the exploration, not exploration, but more like a forced, like, comet into the atmosphere, into a teenage girl's brain, what they think, what they expect. And really, that is annoying, because they think, oh, you're supposed to put me over everything. Sorry. That ain't happening in real life. your fantasies are not real, they're unrealistic. But yeah. And then, anyway, so it goes on. Okay, and then the base battle comes, right? Okay, this
I'm
is like,
insulted by this.
this is like the second, like, okay, Ted Puskov Dupuet is a bassist, okay, and he posted a video on his channel of him playing the first half of Anesthesia Pulling Teeth. So, and it's really good. But anyway, so he is offended by this. Well, not offended, but insulted, because no bassist, like no good bassist, wants to be portrayed as all the others, which is like this. There's some like a. Okay, first of all, okay, ready for this? This is like the ADHD that goes on inside a teenage girl's brain, I guess. Because first they're talking about beating each other up, and you throw the guy through a brick wall, and then they're talking about being vegans.
Whoopie cat mom.
At this point, I'm like... when is the movie over? Well, apparently it's not over in about an hour. So I got an hour more of the movie left.
Felt like a week.
I know. I mean, seriously. But anyway, it was, they were going, and then there was this bass battle that went on. I mean, being a vegan gave him magical powers to, like, but I don't know. I forgot what he did. I don't remember. But and full of bad puns. He doesn't even know how to make a good joke funny, or a good joke in general. A funny joke. No, doesn't know that. So and then later in the battle, he's like, "Oh, I can't beat him physically, cause my martial arts powers that I randomly manifested out of nowhere." Like, and he's like, "I can't beat him up, so I'm gonna challenge him to a bass battle since he's a bassist in my ex-girlfriend's band." And at this point, I'm like peeing myself almost because this is so stupid. Cause now it's exactly what would happen in like the mind of a teenage girl. It's exactly what they would want to happen.
Our fears have been realized.
Yes. So there's a bass battle, right? And I'm watching these guys, and they're like playing like entry level bass crap, and then
I was playing this kind of stuff
when he picked up the bass.
Yeah.
And probably even in his sleep before he got the frickin' thing, right? So, and then I'm like, what the heck? This is it. This is a bass. I got kind of excited. For once in my life, in that movie, I got excited about the bass battle. Because I thought, oh, I'm a musician. I know what a good bassist sounds like. Let's see how good these guys are. They're terrible. Both of them. And seriously, I was waiting for, since, it alters reality and, magical things happen out of nowhere, out of pixie dust and all that sparkly stuff. I was just waiting for, like, the Mortal Kombat voice to come down and say, "Summon God, Cliff Burton!" Oh, and then Cliff Burton comes down and starts playing a song just like that. was 22 when he did that. He performed that solo live. And I was waiting for him to appear. And he never did. I got sad.
Because that just shows that there are no talented bass players in this movie at all.
And then the Rickenbacker gets destroyed.
Yeah.
How much is a Rickenbacker? The one that he had?
Oh, I'm gonna say between $2,000 and $2,400, and it was completely handmade and hand painted. It wasn't made by Indonesian kids in some sweatshop. It was made by actual guys who have done this for their whole life. In their 40s, because they've been doing it for 40 years straight.
And the Rickenbacker is just that good to be wasted, right?
They should have given it to me instead.
Yeah, you would have made better use of it than that stupid Scott Pilgrim idiot. Career before girlfriend. That's how the world works. Anyway, that's what you get, because then you don't get a lot of practicing, then you get kicked out of the band, then you're forced to go to college or something. Get a work job at McDonald's or whatever. Yeah.
Sticker printing factory.
James did that to buy Marshalls.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. But when you have to do that for a living...
No. Okay. So... Anyway, I'm looking at this awesome picture that was played in like the first half, and I'm just laughing at it. But... because it's so irrelevant, but it kind of is. Because I would be like Kirk, who has a cigarette in his belly button, and then Ted would be like Cliff in the back, just going, huh? Because that's how we like do our rants. You know, I'm being all, you know, he's like, huh? Hey, wait a sec. But yeah. All irrelevance aside, back to the as irrelevant movie, because Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is the most irrelevant movie I've ever seen. It doesn't make any sense.
There's nothing about this moron where he's against the world. In fact, he's going in the same direction as the world, which is in a downward spiral to greater stupidity.
I couldn't have said it any better. I didn't know you had the power within you to say such an anti-world thing. No, he's not going against the world. He's just going up against... Okay, he has to defeat the 7 X's. Evil X's, right? I only counted like 4, maybe 5. Where are the others? Oh, that's right. The movie was probably budgeted, and they only had enough reel for, 4... because all the other reels have to be for the face-sucking scenes, right? Because that's what sells movies now. Peace sells, but who's buying? No one. I didn't rather watch 2 people suck face and see or listen to good music, huh? No, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, that's my opinion on the whole thing. What do you think? The next Cliff Burton. I moved my eyebrows up and down like.
Okay. Such a strange noise. I didn't understand anything about this. This went from. Where did it start?
It was a somewhat promising movie because the menu, you see a guy looking like he's rocking out with a Rickenbacker. Oh, this guy's in a rock band. And he has a Rickenbacker, which must mean he's good.
Which he's not. In fact, I've seen...
movie.
I've seen more involved playing watching some guy in an airport play with his balls.
And bathroom. Hey, that's a Wilfred reference.
Yeah, but still, it's true. Anyway, I also have to say that, many bases were harmed in this. My face was harmed watching this.
I was blinded for a couple of hours.
I was in a coma.
But let's finish the movie plot first. Let's see.
I don't even know what happens at the end because I was too busy getting ready to go to my guitar lesson. So I don't know what happened at the very end.
So basically what happened at the end, he dies. And I was like, oh, awesome end of a movie. Put him and me out of our misery. But no, he had to get a 1-up. Video game reference again. I don't know where they come from. It's like,
yeah, and they even had the unmitigated audacity to make a sprite of his ugly, stupid chipmunk face.
We only assume it's a he because
he likes girls.
There's a girl. So we're just assuming, unless she's, well, anyway. So yeah, basically what happened is he dies because he pulls out the only reason why I liked him dying, the reason why I like that is because he pulled out of his chest the power of love, which ended up failing, which is so awesome, because that is like brilliant. That is the most awesome thing I've ever seen, right? And so, but then he gets a 1-up. I'm like, oh, it's gonna go all over again. But instead he gets the power of like self-confidence or self-respect or something like that, and he like
some self-righteous crap.
Yeah, and then he like beats up the mastermind X or whatever, and he ends up like complimenting all of his band members, and he accepts that he was kicked out of the band and threw his whole possible career away for some girl that might not last 2 days with him. And seriously, what kind of illogical sense does that make? None at all. Dang it. I mean, seriously, who does that?
And no band is gonna pick a moron like him up, especially because, yeah, he doesn't. He can D.
Yeah, that's all he can do. I was assuming that he was just playing the note D
when he was playing his low E string.
E as in
elephant.
Or extremity.
Or extremely stupid this video is.
Not video.
I mean movie.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just dumb. The movie, I personally thought was good because I was told it was good, but it wasn't good, and I was disappointed. But hey, Redbox is only $1 a day, and only $1 was harmed, because the other movie that we rented was I Am Number 4 was actually good, so I have no complaints about that. So only half the movies were bad. My overall summary for Scott Pilgrim versus the World is, it is an ADHD ADHD driven irrelevant voyage, a plunge into a teenage girl's brain, see what makes them tick. And you know what, nothing makes them tick, because in their reality everything is like video games and DDD and comic book and poop like that.
Face sucking.
Yeah, especially that. I hated the last scene because they're, go get her. Well, you might as well. You got nothing left for you. You got no home. You got no band. What are you gonna go with? Oh, be a nomad with this girl that you knew for like 4 days. So they're not sucking face at the end. It was just a dumb movie. It was so dumb. It was laughably bad. And I'm glad I'm finished with it. Because I'm not going back to it again. Ever. Unless someone makes me. Like, binds me to a chair and says, you will eat this rotten 5-week-old dead fish.
Ew.
Or you will watch the movie. I don't know what I would rather do, to tell you the truth. But yeah, that is what we think of the movie. If you have any comments, please leave one, because I'm really interested in what you think, believe it or not.
If you think.
If you're one of those weird teenage girls, then nothing goes through your mind except, he just left me. He just said that his band is more important than me. Like, seriously? So yeah. This is another rant. Or no, it's more of a review and rant. And gotta say, movie I would only recommend to teenage girls who like movies with face sucking in it. So, after that, there's only one thing to say. You know what that is?